and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Ben Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. This is Horst Lüning, my father. He's the senior taster of Whisky.com. And today we're trying the new Bladnoch 16 years. I think I had it a few weeks ago. For you, probably more like a few months ago. We're producing always a bit in front. I had it in the news that it is replacing the 14-year-old Bladnoch.
Yeah.
And yes, Bladnoch is coming back.
Yeah, Bladnoch has a very old history, and it dates back to 1817. So before the big legislation wave went through the Highlands, well, Bladnoch, part of the lowlands, they were allowed to produce whiskey down there. And Bladnoch is a distillery with only 2 stills. The lowlands were, in the old times, famous for having 3 stills in their pot still, in their still room. So they had a very high distilled whiskey, and Bladnoch just had 2. And that kept on until today, where they have 2. And well, the lowlands weren't that popular in the big single malt times starting from 1995 on. So they got a little bit off the market. So they were sold in 1995 to brothers from, I think, Northern Ireland, the Armstrong brothers. They went with it and weren't very lucky with that. And then in 2017, 200 years, after the first still was run, there had been a guy called David Pryor or something, an Australian entrepreneur. He took over the distillery, and from then on, first the appearance of the Bladnoch malts changed to this wonderful rectangular shaped bottle where you have a very thick bottle. So
this is heavy.
Yeah, the light has to pass a very long way through the whiskey, so it appears always very dark. So this is very good. But this one in particular, because it's a complete maturation in sherry casks. Complete.
16 years in sherry casks. 16
years in sherry casks. It's 46.7 ABV, and it costs at Whisky.com 114 euros and 50, probably 1 or 2 or 3 euros more wherever you live, and the alcohol taxes are higher than typically we have. So then you have to pay an extra. Yeah.
The Bladnoch distillery is not named after the town of Bladnoch. There's no town of Bladnoch, I think. It's Galloway and the Bladnoch River. I have never been to Bladnoch.
Is Galloway not the county?
In Galloway,
I think it's the county.
A collection of bluestone buildings sits perched on the river Bladnoch. Maybe it's county, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe the town is also called Bladnoch Distillery, Galloway.
This whiskey has to be produced in 2007 or 2008, so really in the time of the financial crisis. So this is a very rare piece, and we could be happy that they increased the age from 14 years to 16 years now. And
now they have Dr. Nick Savage as their, is it master distiller, or I think girl for everything would be the better description for his job.
So there's this wonderful card box with a gold shiny inlet.
Dr. Nick Savage is a very respectable, very experienced man for whiskey.
Oh yeah.
So they have now really someone good at the helm. I see good terms coming up for Bladnoch.
Yeah, and Bladnoch is typically, people say, oh no, not lowlands, it's so light and not tasty enough. Please know that these are double distilled. This is a Highland whiskey. This is from the making. It's a Highland whiskey.
Yeah.
What's this?
This is the new raw spirit from Bladnoch.
Gin or what?
No, raw spirit. New make.
Raw spirit, new make. Fruity, sweet, fresh, floral, and creamy.
So what you just said, we can put to the test if this is a Highland new make or.
And 63.5, so the typical strength they put into the casks for maturation. Yeah, as it should be. Wonderful piece. This is Oloroso cask maturation at its finest, so 16 years in Oloroso sherry cask. Wonderful. You have this rich, fruity, dark fruity, dates, figs, plums. Think about it, and it's in that. So very complex and full. And in the background, there's the distillery character with his fruitiness, fresh fruitiness still there. So it's fresh fruitiness on the spirit side and dark fruitiness on the cask side. So it's a wonderful mixture of everything. This is, well, I like that.
Yeah, I want to say like light and easy lowlander. If you have it 16 years in Oloroso cask, there can only be a nice fruity whiskey coming out of it.
Yeah.
But you are right. It has a bit of that fresh fruitiness. I would really like to know if that is from the distillery character or if that is
they
from...
They wrote it on their raw spirit.
Yeah, but let's smell it.
It's open.
It is open.
I didn't want to.
Okay, yeah. But I think it's high strength. So it's
nothing at all. So I don't smell a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a high one. Yeah, 63. So you'd need to water it down for that. But it does have a bit of that pear shape, very alcoholic.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcoming, full, mature, light spiciness from the wood, fruitiness covering all your mouth, getting stronger and more covering your mouth. The spiciness is becoming weaker with a wonderful, balanced aftertaste. Oh, I like it. You hear that? Yeah.
Nicely done. It's really... Strength is really good, 46.7% ABV. And for me, everything you said, but I would sum it up as Christmas flavors.
Yeah.
Christmas flavors. These raisins, oranges, spices, a little bit of a bittersweet chocolate note, I would say. Just wonderfully made. Did we have the 14-year-old? But you had it.
I had it.
Yeah. I can't imagine how the 14 should have been any better.
It would be quite the same. Because I think when they selected the 14 years, they selected the more mature first and let the others go. So I think they will go up to 18 years old or 21 years old to have the typical standard range of those 16, 18, 21 years.
I really have to go to Bladnoch. I really have to go. Because and I really have to do like Northern England, Southern Lowlands tour, because I've only done the Northern Lowlands and Southern Highlands. Really have to do
And once it was said
Southern as well.
that this was the southernmost distillery in Scotland, but I think they lost that title.
Is it already open, that one? I think there's one at these woods next to
Don't tell the
England.
name.
I don't know the name.
We don't advertise other distilleries in those videos, because this video is all about this one. No, so but I think they lost that, and now they are in the southern part of Scotland. Keep it that way. Yeah. That's it.
Nicely done. It's really nicely done. This is also, has a signature of Dr. Nick Savage on it, only Nick Savage on it. And I guess he was part of the team who created, or he was the mastermind behind that. So I hope that we'll get more of these nice bottlings, because it is not just 16 years in Oloroso sherry cask. It is done to the point, and I think Dr. Nick Savage will be blending a lot of good stuff in the future, so stay tuned to that. You will have it in the Whisky.de or Whisky.com news, and we'll also have it here on the channel probably. So yeah, have a look at Whisky.com. You will find the Bladnoch 16 years for around $120 there. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.